Hi, my name is Gabriella Colicchio. I am the Director of Cultural Services for the County of Marin. That means that I oversee the Marin Center campus and the Marin County Fair. This year is our 75th anniversary of the Marin County Fair. It started in 1924 in Novato. And boy, what a ride it has been, and that is actually the theme of our 75th year, what a ride. I love our fair. It celebrates everything that Marin County and the people who live here hold dear. We celebrate art, we celebrate agriculture, and we celebrate community. That's what it's all about. One of my favorite quotes from the executive director of the Western Fairs Association, Stephen Chambers, goes like this: "The Marin County Fair celebrates the accomplishments of ordinary people, and it's the only place where an adult can win a blue ribbon." So please enjoy your celebration with us. 75 years, the Marin County Fair. What a ride. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Charlie Barboni. I'm the fair manager of the Marin County Fair. I've been involved with the fair for over 40 years. I first started by hosting a petting zoo near the lagoon. The second year, the fair moved from the Marin Art and Garden Center to its current location. It was a wonderfully received exhibit. It was the first time that agriculture was showcased at the fair, and from that time on, we've developed the agricultural program each year, showcasing Marin agriculture at its best. The last 17 years, I've been a full-time employee. I went from exhibit supervisor to being promoted fair manager, and our exhibit department has gone from a total of 5,500 entries to over 14,000, which I'm very proud of. I think one of my favorite memories, besides the Dairy Museum, which we did in the Dancing with Cows years, is our Celebrating Agriculture that we did in 2012. It's also a wonderful experience to watch the different exhibitors start as young 5-year-olds and develop into mature adults and continue their showcasing of their talents over their development through adulthood. Congratulations to the Marin County Fair on its 75th anniversary. It's been a wonderful experience working with the fair the last 40 years. It's been a wonderful ride.
My name is Kristin Sepa. I work as an exhibits assistant for the Marin County Fair under Charlie Barboni, who's also my uncle. I've been working for the fair for as long as I can remember, so I wouldn't be able to start picking out a favorite memory. It's been a really fun thing to do every summer since I was a kid.
My name is Elisa Sepa. I work in the administration department of the Marin Center, and I work for the Marin County Fair. I've worked in the administration department for about 5 years and for the fair over 20 years. I began as being very interested in animals and the arts as a draw for me, and have kind of grown into an appreciation for working with the public as well.
And I'm Stephanie Barboni Sepa, and I do exhibit display and have a children's art project at the Marin County Fair. County fairs have always been a part of my life growing up on a ranch in Marin. My brothers and sisters and I were 4-H members, so each summer was filled with fair activities of baking, sewing, and showing animals. Becoming involved with the Marin County Fair over 28 years ago was a perfect fit. I've painted murals, designed exhibit displays, and developed a children's art project called Barnyard Buddies. One of my most memorable fairs was in 2008 when my mother and daughters and I all exhibited art in various categories at the fair. So there were 3 generations of family receiving awards on that same year. We'll always be involved in the fair in some capacity. The Marin County Fair is a summer tradition for all of us, and we'd like to wish the Marin County Fair a happy 75th anniversary, and know there'll be many great fairs to come in the future. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Al Boro. I serve as chair of the Marin County Cultural Services Commission, and one of our assignments is to oversee the development and the implementation of the Marin County Fair. One of my favorite memories of the fair is that for many, many years, since 1961, we moved to Marin. My wife and I, with our family, would come to the fair each year to enjoy and have a great time. It's a wonderful family event. One thing that stands out of my mind is something that was unique was the year that we had the George Lucas exhibit at the fair, and I actually got to have my picture taking with R2-D2 and a beautiful Tucker automobile. I wish all of you to have a great time at our county fair this afternoon. Enjoy yourself. This is the 75th anniversary of the fair, and thank you very much for being here today.
Hello, my name is John McLeod. I'm the Executive Director of New Media Learning, which is a nonprofit dedicated to making technology available and accessible to youth. I've been doing this for about 30 years. Before that, my background was in technology and emerging technology companies. Most notably, I worked with a group of people that formed Autodesk that went on to become one of the leading computer-aided design and graphic companies in the world. It was headquartered here in Marin. In 1996, I was approached by Jim Farley at the Marin County Fair and asked if I would like to be involved in putting together an exhibit about technology. So we said yes, we would do that. We got together with a number of schools and other school districts and youth who were starting to play with multimedia. That was the new thing in technology, and integrating some 3D stuff. So we got together, we put together an exhibit. Part of the exhibit, now you have to think 1996, part of the exhibit had to do with just showing people how to set up an email. The internet was fairly new. That was the first year we developed with youth a website for the Marin County Fair. So people would come up and we would show them how to use email. The youth would show them how to use email, and we were using a modem with a dial-up connection to the internet. I don't know if anyone can remember those days. In 2000, we did a large exhibit with NASA, which simulated the landing on Mars and moving the Mars rover around. This was kind of cool. We got a lot of equipment from NASA to do this, but we had to set up the internet with a broadband connection, which there was no cable then, so we had to have a satellite feed bounced off into the room. It took us like 3 weeks to set that up. And people could sit in a chair and simulate moving the Mars rover around on a giant screen. So that was kind of a cool hit. That went on to become an exhibit at 6 of the West Coast State Fairs. This summer, we're going to have a virtual reality screening area. So that should be fun, and I think we'll be one of the first in the country to do that. Over the years, I've enjoyed working with the staff at the Marin County Fair, but I want to put a special shout out to Charlie Barboni, who's the glue that holds it all together. Without him, I don't know how many of the things I wanted to do would have worked at the fair. Thank you to the Marin County Fair, and congratulations on 75 years.
Hello, my name is Lisa Lavigne, and I work and run and organize the Blue Ribbon Stage at the Marin County Fair. But prior to that, I had the Potbelly Pig exhibit out into the barnyard. And one day, as I'm out there with my pigs, this elderly gentleman came up. He was on a walker. He moved very, very slowly. He had a caregiver with him. He asked me if he could lie down in the straw next to my pigs. I said, absolutely, they would love that. So down he went with a little help from us, and he spent about 15 minutes talking to them and scratching them, had a big tear in his eye, and thanked me profusely. As we helped him get up and he started out, his caregiver leaned over to me and whispered, "Do you know who he is?" And I said, "No, I have no idea." And she said, "His name is Joe Rosenthal, the famous photographer who took that amazing photo at Iwo Jima." That has always stuck with me. I was so touched. And when he got home, he sent me a beautiful card and thank you note. That was just a chilling memory from the Marin County Fair. Happy anniversary, happy 75th.
Hi, I'm Bob Tannum. I have a radio show in San Francisco on KSFO Radio. That's 810 on your dial. I participated in the fair for over 35 years by putting in a display garden. I guess winning Best of Show for 15 of those years would be one of the highlights of my memories. I was also chair of the Fair Commission when it was decided to have a one-price fair. The mega attendance over the years to the credit of the fair management. My fondest memory was meeting George Lucas and his 2 robots at the fair and having my picture taken with them. I wish to congratulate the Marin County Fair for now celebrating 75 years of reflection of excellence representing Marin County.
Hi, I'm Sherry Hines, owner and tap dance teacher of Dance with Sherry Studio in San Rafael. I've been going to the fair ever since I moved here in 1986. In fact, the exact weekend in July of the move was my introduction to the cleanest fair I had ever been to. Some of my favorite memories were when we performed on the Ben & Jerry's stage, showcasing my students' dance talents and winning prizes. We continue doing this every year, leaving great memories for the kids. One of my favorite things was being asked to choreograph and direct the fair's first flash mob back in 2011. It was a hit, and we continued doing it for a couple of years, with the last one being a conga line that ran throughout the park. We invited everyone watching along the route to join in as we danced to Pharrell Williams' Happy. Thank you, Marin County Fair, for 75 years of a fantastic time.
Hi, my name is Yvonne Bush, and I am a longtime fairgoer and currently a member of the Cultural Services Commission of Marin. My most memorable moment at the fair was when I brought my 3-year-old grandson to the animal petting area, and a baby goat chased him all around until he finally gave up the food pellets that the goat was looking for. It was a very funny moment for our family. I also want to wish the fair a very happy 75th anniversary and to thank the Community Media Center of Marin for putting together this testimonial. Thanks.
My name is Katie Willard. I am a student at Emory University. I'll be a senior this year. And I've been working at the fair for about 5 years, but I've physically been at the fair for about 20. The fair is my second home, and they're my second family, and I love being with them. I've worked almost everywhere in the fair, from helping to set up the fair, to clerking with the judges, to doing live judging, like helping out with the live judging, and all of it's been absolutely amazing. One of my favorite memories from the fair as a contestant, not necessarily as a worker, was my last year in juniors, and I'd entered this beaded polar bear piece. And I was volunteering, so I was helping out with clerking, and I think I was helping out clerking 3D art for the 5 to 8-year-olds, or the 9 to 12-year-olds. But I was clerking, and I remember we'd finished clerking, and we were kind of hanging around, and the judges were doing their judging, and they were finishing things up. And they started pulling pieces, and they were pulling these exquisite pieces. There was a fox, and there was another drawing, and then they pulled my polar bear. And Nick turned to me and he said, "Do you know what's going on right now?" And I said, "No." And he said, "They're pulling pieces to decide which piece wins the overall junior best of show, the Tiki Parker Award." And I had no idea that my piece was being considered. It was this massive, wonderful moment when they slowly started culling pieces, and my piece was the only one left. And Charlie came over with this big smile on his face, and Nick had his arm around me, and he was hugging me because I'd finished up my years as a junior with a bang. I'd like to say thank you to the fair, and thank you for letting me be a part of your family, and for helping me grow up all these years. And I just love working there. Happy 75th anniversary. It's been a while, and I hope to be there for the 100th and the 125th.
Hi, my name is Pat Duffy, and I am the 4-H leader for the H. Lane Vaqueros Riding Club and a board member of the Marin Horse Council. I have very fond memories dating back to 1979. My daughters attended a Western play day during the fair. Since that time, we have had wonderful experiences with the youth in the county, attending the fair, and competitions for 4-H showmanship, as well as Western and English equestrian events. Judges for these events, as well as the audience, share the joy of riders' accomplishments, as well as the innocent sweetness of the youth. As an example, the judge gives instructions for the riders to enter the arena and trek to the right, and then come into the center of the arena, turn, and face the judge. A sweet 9-year-old girl faced the stands and then physically turned herself in the saddle to face the judge. The horse's rear end was facing the judge. Afterwards, a boy enters the next class and he attempts to follow the same instructions. However, there is no room to turn, so he politely stays in place, not to disturb the line. And they were all girls. And has his horse's rear end facing the judge as well. In addition, I might mention that the Marin County Fair is probably the most inclusive fair in the U.S. We've attended many fairs throughout the country as well as internationally, and the professionalism from the administrative staff is extraordinary. We're so lucky. I wish the Marin County Fair a wonderful 75th anniversary. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Helen Williams, a member of the Marin County Cultural Services Commission. I hope you are enjoying the fair as much as I always do. My first experience with the Marin County Fair was when it was held at the Marin Art and Garden site. It was a charming and accessible experience, and when the fair moved to its current site, they were able to maintain that same feeling. I have many memories over the years, but possibly my favorite was watching my young grandson Zach sitting in the petting zoo with a baby goat next to him. I love watching the children discover new experiences. I hope you enjoy your time with us. Happy 75th anniversary, Marin County Fair. Thank you.
For the past 75 years, the Marin County Fair has been part of Marin families' summer, and it continues today even better because now of the healthy partnership they've developed, which instructs and also makes the fair more enjoyable with non-smoking. The art is just amazing. It's museum quality art. You don't have to go to San Francisco. You can come and visit the fair. And more than any of that is the opportunity that young people have to come to the fair. My own granddaughter went to the fair every single day last year, she and her friends. So they had a good time. They spent the whole day at the fair, watched the fireworks, heard the music, and they met new friends at the fair. It's a healthy kind of hometown place, old-fashioned place where kids can go and hang out and get off their phones and really have a good day. It's my 75th year this year, and it's Marin County Fair's 75th year, and I hope everyone comes to the fair and enjoys themselves. Thank you, Fair, for all that you've done, and I excuse the dark glasses, but the lights are too bright.
Hi, my name is Courtney Konkol with Konkol's Concessions, and my favorite fair memory is spending every 4th of July of my whole life at the Marin County Fair. I always love the fireworks. It's my only and best 4th of July memory. I wish you a very happy 75th anniversary, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you've done. Thank you, guys.
You know, I've always loved going to the Marin County Fair for years and years since my son was very small and dragged us always to the rides to enjoy and filled his face with wonderful treats. But my most memorable moment of all the fairs I've attended is when I saw octogenarian Magda Craig look around in both pride and astonishment at the tens of thousands of people who were pouring into the fair to watch her son, local icon Huey Lewis, perform a remarkable set of music at the Marin County Fair. I would say Marin County Fairs always rock.
Hi, my name is Marge Bertolini, and I've been going to the Marin County Fair for over 45 years. The Marin County Fair is so full of joy, good health, and fun. It's the only time of the year where we can compete for blue ribbons by showing our livestock, jams and jellies, cakes and pies, rabbits and chickens, I love the rabbits, quilts, and a million other wonderful things. We have the best fine arts exhibit anywhere, and we've won awards for composting, recycling, and this year for our ongoing program, making our fair the healthiest one around. We showcase our urban, suburban, and ag roots, and all in one place, one stop. We are a little bit country and a little bit rock and roll, a bit old-fashioned, and cutting edge. Our fair is just plain fun. I've gone with my children, my grandchildren, and now my great-grandchildren. We've been coming since before the fair moved to the Marin Center Fairground by the lagoon. I can't wait to see the happy faces of the children and the grown-ups as they come in the gate on opening day. I think that's my favorite thing of all. Our fair is a true Marin County cultural treasure for everybody.
Hi, I'm Damon Connelly, and I'm the Marin County Supervisor representing District 1. And the fair has really meant a lot to me and my family over the years. I've been going for about 20 years now, my wife a little bit longer. She grew up in San Rafael. And one of our favorite memories with our kids is one year we actually timed it perfectly, where we were on the big Ferris wheel right when the fireworks started. So you can picture the scene of being way up high in the air, about eye level with the fireworks, looking around a perfect summer day that the fair is known for. And we couldn't help but just think, boy, it doesn't get any better than this. Overall, the fair has been an opportunity for my kids, my two daughters, to participate in the art shows, as well as my mother-in-law, so intergenerational. And I've personally really appreciated the fair's emphasis on healthy living and food, has been very cutting edge on environmental issues, including recycling, something we pride ourselves on here in Marin County. So the fact that the fair has been willing to be out on the forefront, I very much look forward to a great year this year for the fair and for many years to come.
Hello, I'm Ann Albertoni, previously Administrative Assistant for the Marin Center. I worked for the Marin Center for 15 years, the commercial vendors being my priority. I worked with the necessary processing for their entrance, checking vendors in, and being available to the needs throughout the fair. Many of the fair vendors return annually and are like family. My most memorable moment was watching the dairy cattle judging, listening to the judges' commentary to each exhibitor on their animal. It was valuable information to the exhibitor and the audience. Growing up in a dairy ranch, I exhibited dairy cattle as a 4-H'er. Come, enjoy the fair. What a ride.
Hello, my name is Lido Cantaruti, and I've had the pleasure and joy over the last 25 years to be an announcer at the Marin County Fair, to be able to announce a wide range of events and presentations and performances, all the way from talent shows to speakers, to food competition, and unicyclists. All those things I've had the pleasure and joy of presenting to big audiences at the Marin County Fair. So I've been asked to talk a little bit about my very most memorable recollection of the fair, and that's an easy one for me to pick out. It was over 15 years ago on the evening of the 4th of July when we have the beautiful fireworks. And that evening, at the last minute, we got word that a big group of Marin residents, returning veterans from the Iraq War, were going to come to the Marin County Fair. The manager of the audio systems and the microphones at the fair came up to me and told me about this. And he said, Lito, we have to find a microphone that will broadcast throughout all the fairgrounds. We found that microphone, and the next thing I know, I was handed that mic and asked, all right, let the people know, invite them to welcome these heroes back. So I did. I was very excited and very nervous, but I was very eager to do a really good job to make them really feel at home. I said to everybody, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special announcement tonight. So I ask you all, please, welcome now the returning heroes from the Iraq War. There was a thunderous applause throughout all the fairgrounds. From the area where the rides are to the area where the exhibit hall is. People were applauding all over the place, and I was delighted because that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to let these people know that we appreciated what they did, and we were delighted to welcome them not only home but to the fair. Remembering that and having the chance to recount my recollection to everybody, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you to the veterans, thank you to the Marin County Fair, and thank you for the chance to be of service over all these years. I look forward to being there again this year.
Hello, my name is Carol Hodges. This is my 31st year volunteering in the Fur and Feather tent at the Marin County Fair. My most memorable moments are watching the youth share their rabbits and chickens with the public. It is wonderful to see them grow in their knowledge and comfort and confidence talking with people they've never met before. It is also exciting to see the looks on the faces of the public as they pet the rabbits and chickens on display. So many of them are amazed by how soft chicken feathers feel. So happy anniversary to the Marin County Fair, and I'm looking forward to 75 more years.
Hi, I'm David Lewis. I'm the Director and Farm Advisor for Marin County and the University of California Cooperative Extension, and I want to share one of my favorite memories from the 2012 County Fair. Sue Conley and Peggy Smith took the stage to give the story of how Cowgirl Creamery came to be. They shared their cheese and they told their history. And at one point, someone in the audience asked, when are you going to own your own cows? Peggy Smith answered, well, we know how to make cheese really well, and the dairy farmers know how to raise dairy cattle really well. And with that, she said, it's a perfect match. To have her share that connection and how the community works together to provide really wonderful local agricultural products was exactly the reason that we focused on agriculture in the 2012 fair. So with that memory in mind, congratulations to everyone involved with the 2016 fair and its 75th anniversary. It will be a great celebration.
Hi, my name's Gary Giacometti. I was a Marin County supervisor for 24 years in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. We had a lot of involvement in the county fair every year. But the occasion I remember the most was they had a cow milking contest one time. And they decided to have the 5 supervisors compete in milking cows. And so I didn't know how to milk a cow, but I had to win because I was the supervisor from West Marin, where all the ranches and cows are, etc. So I went out to West Marin to some of my relatives. They had big dairy ranches to have them teach me how to milk a cow. And I couldn't find one member of my family that knew how to milk a cow by hand, because they all, of course, by then had machines. So they ran around and found a milker who remembered how to milk a cow, and he taught me. So that was done. So then we had the contest. To my horror, I lost. And I had to win because I, represented West Marin, all the cow. Instead, a supervisor named Denny Rice, who's a lawyer from Tiburon, won. I mean, it was just mortifying. A lot of fun, but it was mortifying not to win the cow milking contest in the 1982 fair. Anyway, I want to wish the county fair very happy anniversary. It's 75th anniversary. It's catching up with me. I was 77 last week. So congratulations to the Marin County Fair. It's a wonderful event.
Hello, I am Judy Arnold, the Marin County Supervisor from Novato.
This year, the Marin County Fair is celebrating its 75th anniversary. My most memorable moment at the fair so far was in 2014 when my husband Bruce Arnold and his band Orpheus played. This year, they're playing again on July 1st at 1 o'clock. Hope to see you there, and congratulations, Marin County Fair.
You're watching Marin TV. For more information about our programs, visit cmcm.tv.
Estás viendo Marin TV. Para más información sobre nuestros programas, visita cmcm.tv.
The sports broadcast camp appealed to me because I'm a filmmaker and this was a new area of filmmaking that I had never explored before.
Through this program, I've learned about myself that journalism may be a potential career for me in the future.
One of the things I didn't expect coming into this is how much of adrenaline rush and how exciting and live it was.
I've also learned about myself that I can now work with film equipment, which is pretty awesome.
It's just been really fun to get to know a bunch of different people from a bunch of different schools and all come together and create this production.
One of the things I learned about myself in doing the sports broadcasting is that I learned how to actually do the challenges, I guess, rather than being told how to do them and actually going out and doing them myself.
I mean, this has been one of the best camps I've been to in a long time. Honestly, it feels more like an internship than a camp, so it's just great. I mean, I would just say, hey, you should come do it.